It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. YouTube and Facebook. Yo, I already know what day it is, so I won't ask. I already know who's watching, so I won't tell you to tell somebody else to come sit and watch the show with us. But hey, it doesn't hurt to ask. So tell somebody, or share this, or not. Just sit still, have a good time. I'm here. DP is here. My brother Mike is here, of course. We have Miss Reese Smith in the building. She has been in the comment section diligently talking her shit. So we said, please, Miss Smith, come and join us. So she's here remotely. I'll turn the camera on her in a minute. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We got a couple pictures that we found content on social media. We're gonna talk about who's affected more by the lack of money, men or women. Should a man, meet you and take you into his home and he's standing in his mama's basement? Do you stay or you leave? What's going on with that? And then we have an issue with child support. What? An issue with child support? How could it possibly be an issue with child support? Of course, we all know it's a damn issue with child support because women are greedy. I said it. Come back after this.
World, I wanna talk to you, bring a change to your brain, provoke thought to you, invite your art to my world, don't open part for your art, here's transparent, leave it on the table, join me on this journey each and every time you're able, might find a few cracks in the human, but mine's stable, this is not a platform for restrictions, we talk to sinners and Christians, speak of something of interest, then it make me no difference, if you're open-minded different, don't get your resistance, pay attention, we might teach you.
I might even be jealous. I ain't sharing nothing with Dennis. Hey, I ain't sharing nothing with Dennis. Dennis got like fucking 70,000 bottles of cologne and he only wears one. And then when I go to his house, bro, I'm always spraying like what's the one I like? The one that the Burberry one? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't I don't want to say it out loud. Dennis has the one Burberry cologne that I don't have, and so when I go to his house, I always spray it on because it smells the best. It's fire, bro. Like, and I would have never even thought I would have liked it until it's Hero, Burberry Hero. Yeah. I didn't want to say it because he didn't buy it. I don't want him to get in trouble because I'm all. Motherfucker, come over there like, damn, bro. You're spraying a lot of this shit, man. DA be trying to smell good for a couple days. Either way, man. How y'all doing, man? It's Friday. It's your boy DA. DP is in the building, and of course we got Sir Mike. Reese Smith is in the building, man. She is joining us from Arizona. We're gonna have some great conversation tonight. Hopefully we can continuously make y'all laugh like we've been doing. We've been having some top tier stellar shows, so please sit down, strap in, buckle up, do whatever the fuck you gotta do to have a good time. DP, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good. I got a little scared with some of that aggression and language. I'm scared. Don't worry about me.
You know what? Nope. I clicked it off you. Mike, what's up, G? Bro, how you feeling, bro, man? Like, what's up with your guy, bro? Like,
I don't know, man, but I've been down, man. I've been down, man.
You been down?
I took a 6-hour trip from my team.
Here we go, man. Hey, it was California, bro.
I'm going to Minnesota this weekend, so hey, I know. Hey, Jermaine.
Both of y'all desperate for a win.
Hey, he ready to go 0-3.
Both of y'all desperate for a win.
He's gonna carry that dumbass flag.
Miss Smith, how are you?
Wonderful. I can't complain.
You said you can't complain?
No.
Ain't no sense
But are
in
you
complaining
ready?
anyway. If you started complaining,
No.
that dude that's hiding outside in your bush is gonna jump out.
Well, you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So yeah, no, just give us a second, man. We're gonna jump right into these comments. We're gonna jump right into these. What are they?
We're going to jump right to the first topic.
The top. That's what they are, man. Maybe I am nervous. I can't speak.
Man,
You know what?
Scared.
You know what?
Gum in your
I got
mouth?
gum in my mouth. That's what it pause. I think. No, that ain't no pause. I never have gum in my mouth during the broadcast, so that's what it is. My words don't flow vivaciously, vicariously. No, definitely not vicariously. Hey. I need to put on the hoodie that says "Get this guy a dictionary" because this nigga is fucking up.
Normally you're saying it because you cooking, but today we
Yeah,
don't know these
yeah.
words.
Bro, I was in here listening to Fantasia. Dennis walked in. I was listening to Beyonce thinking about the woman. So I'm like, you know what? We're going for a round 2 tonight. Get ready, baby. Buckle up. I'm on my way when this shit is over with. Bring me in, nephew. What do you want to talk about? That's Bat. Bat says he wants to come in and talk. Give us a second, Bat. Let's kick this thing off, man. So, you guys don't know, but Dennis, DP, I'm sorry, Dennis DP. Why the fuck do we call you DP? Because they call you that, but I'm saying, but they call him that in the comment section. I'd be like,
just to short it out.
yeah, call this nigga Dennis.
DP since the living room.
It wasn't me, though.
But
It was, though.
You think about it, we know each other like 20-something years.
Yeah.
We never called you DP.
Like, but like when they started doing it, I just kind of like adapted it. Now I'm like, I'll be at home like, yeah. So me and DP was talking, probably like, who the fuck is that? Like, Dennis, nigga, she say Dennis did. You know what I'm saying?
The viewers and gave Dennis a
Then gave him a whole new moniker. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It just, he outside and, DP, what's up? What's up, nigga? Man, nigga, you ain't no damn DP. Nigga, you Dennis Pittman, nigga. Stop playing. If I call your goddamn daddy, nigga. Nigga, I ain't name you no goddamn DP. Quit playing with my name like that, boy. You a junior. So anyway. So we have a group text, and often, you know, they be cooking in the group text. But today, they were having a conversation in the group text, and I was just like, whoa, this is one. Dennis put this up for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? He saw this, and he wanted to know what was going on. So I got that at a very small contrast. So I'm gonna read it off the phone because if I blow it up, everybody won't be able to see you guys. They'll be able to see me because I'm as handsome as they come, but they won't be able to see you guys. So the caption on this from Dakota Blue, it says, "Who should get the money?" It says, "Ladies, I have a question. My son is 24 years old and his dad never did anything for him. Never seen him or only maybe about 5 times. I put him on child support and he never paid it. It's up to $163,000. Let's say I received that check. Whose money is it? Mine or my son's? We had a debate about it, and I told him if he don't get his ass out my face with that BS talking about that's all of his money, I said it's mine. I did everything for you. If I decide to give you some, nope, I blew it up. If I decide to give you some, you better be happy. Was I wrong or is he right?" They were arguing about it. I was at work today. I just kind of seen it. I was like, it's interesting. Miss Reese, I would like to start with you because you are a mother. I assume you said you had a baby in the background. So, you know, if you had paid for a child's life up until the age of 24 and, you know, you put dad on child support, dad wasn't paying any child support, but all of a sudden the money just fell through, $163,000. Your son is grown. Your baby is grown out in the world. Whose money is it? Is it yours or does it belong to your child?
It depends on the situation.
I like it already.
Only because if you 24 and you done went to college and I didn't pay for it, yeah, I need my money back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just need my money back. If I paid out of pocket, no state benefits, I bought you all your shoes and all that, yeah, I need my money back. But if it's just like I'm well off and then you say, "Mommy, I want to do something," I'm finna give you the money. Be like, "Here you go." I feel like it's a ghetto blessing. You got it at 24.
A super good blessing that you were able to receive that money at 24. For some strange reason, Sir Mike, I think you disagree.
Yeah,
What do you think?
that's the child's money.
Dun, dun, dun.
Before Mike answers, everybody who's in this comment section, we appreciate you greatly. Do us a favor, share this broadcast, hit that love button, hit that like button, especially when I start talking. Take it away, Mike.
I personally feel like it's the child. The money was initially supposed to be to help raise a child.
Okay.
I get that. And she's already done that. She's raised him. He's 24 years old. She's raised him. Unfortunately, he's 24 years old. If he was 16, okay. Yeah, it's yours.
There's still some rearing to do.
24 years old. Legally, I think it's his also. Once you get over the age of 18, any back child support that gets paid goes to the actual one.
Mike can hit y'all with the
child,
legality.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it goes to the adult
I'll look it
child.
up. I'll look it up.
If they're over the age of 18, they'll go to parent anyway.
Okay.
I think it's gonna end up
If
going
he's
the
in
other
college,
way, but
but if he's in college, that like if what you pay for a kid as a parent, mom or dad, if you do it solo, that's your child. If you have to do it alone, you have to do it alone, dad or mom. So when some money fall in your place or fall in your lap for the child that was originally for the child, you can't be like, well, I took care of you.
Yeah.
That was your job.
Yeah.
That child didn't ask for you to get a deadbeat daddy.
Okay.
He didn't ask for that. You chose him.
Yeah.
And he ended up being a deadbeat. So now some money fall into her lap and she wants to take all of it and say, oh, it's mine because I took care of you. So what, you didn't take care of them genuinely? You took care of them on the hope that the check would come?
Ooh.
Or you took care of them because of money reasons?
That is a
Somebody
different
says you
dynamic.
sound far away.
Like, oh, well, yeah, I'm doing this because, like, I did all of this stuff for you. Like, you're saying your child owe you for raising them?
Yeah.
I don't ever believe that kids owe you for raising them.
What did you say, Miss Reese?
Somebody in the comments said we sound far away.
For me? I don't know, maybe my mic. Mike can't go no further than my face, Paul.
DP, what you got?
I believe anybody who is just understands that this money should be split.
Yeah.
A parent does have an obligation to take care of their children, but you're not supposed to have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
So the finance that he sends in is money that he was supposed to spend during the time that this kid was a child. Well, this young adult was a child. So I believe half of that money is hers.
Yeah.
Half of that money is mine.
I think if the money do come, should go to the child.
Yeah.
And the child should have enough sense to split it with his mother. Like, if he got $160,000 and he kept 100 and gave her 60,
it would still be
I
fair.
don't even think that the money should go to the child. I think it should go to mom first.
But when you file child support, you put your information on the account, so automatically it's gonna go to the mama. See what I'm saying?
That is
Like you
100%
put your
fact.
bank account information. Because I'm in that situation right now. My baby daddy, he don't pay nothing. See what I'm saying? So when the check do come, or if it ever do come, if it don't come, yeah, I make sure my child well off. You're not gonna be in here struggling. That's why I say it depends on the
I
situation.
know somebody that has a child that went to college.
Hey, really quick, Miss Reese, are you under the Wi-Fi? Because you're lagging a little bit.
Hold on, let me turn this off.
People say we sound far away. I don't know.
Are they still saying it after?
I said you can barely hear us. Can't hear the wind background. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe
Am I
it's
still
Dennis.
lagging?
Is it Dennis?
Nope, you good. I think. Hold on, wait. Let me click back on you.
Now I can't hear y'all.
I wonder, is it me? Is it something that I'm doing? Nope, I'm moving just fine.
Yeah, everybody on that camera was good except Miss Reese right now.
Yeah, she's frozen. How so?
I can hear us clean.
Super clean.
Super clean to me.
Yeah.
The only thing wrong with mine is my right side thing, but that was it. Other than that,
Yeah, no, we all good.
yeah, it sounds like I can hear Dennis clear.
Mike
I
got
hear
an
y'all
Android.
clear.
I mean, Dominique got an Android. Hey, I can't hear me at all anymore.
You
Serious?
can hear yourself?
No, I cannot. There I go. I'm good.
Oh.
Sounds just clear too.
Nope, I'm back out.
Yeah, sounds just click on me too.
There we go. I'm good. I'm out.
Chill, fam.
My bad.
We good?
Here we go.
I think my right just jumped in though.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
I can hear everybody.
Let's go.
All right, we
I
good.
can hear everybody. Yep, no. I have an iPhone. Everyone else can't hear them all. So.
Don't be trying to defend your phone.
Miss Reese, can you? Oh, she's gone. Yep, there she is.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, she
She
had.
jumped in the comments first, like, "Hey guys, where'd you go?"
Hold on. Miss Reese, are you
I was
there?
like, whoop.
There you go. There you go. You had to turn that Wi-Fi. Oh, you done turned the ring light on and everything. You done got bougie in that little 30 seconds you was gone. It was a joke, Miss Reese. Take the frown off your face. That is not the face you want to have on the live. These are very good cameras. They can see everything. So, literally speaking from a technical term, Mike, I don't want to say you were wrong, but legality reasons you were. Generally speaking, back child support after 18 is paid to the custodial parent.
Okay.
This person has primary physical custody of the child with the responsibility for the day-to-day care of the child. So, with that said, I still agree with you 100%, Mike. Um, because I'm of the presence of mind that, like Mike said, you're doing this, you're taking care of this child because you have to. I get it 100%. So should this check come, now you're saying, oh well, I did all of this. I actually like what Miss Reese said in the beginning, though. See, if I had to pay anything out of pocket for you to go to college, I'll, you know what I'm saying, recoup that money, but then I'll give it to you because, you know what I'm saying, your father, you know what I'm saying, you are owed something. I actually like also what you said, Mike. When you said if you get the check and it's 160,000, I think the number of the check plays a huge part in how the dividends get spread out, especially if mom is still in a working kind of complex in life where she's still doing the daily hustle and bustle. Even 24, you're off to college. I'm doing great in life, okay, but shit, $160,000. This is a hell of a boost to my bank account. So I think that would play a majority part in who really gets this money in this breakdown. But I also like what you said, Dennis. There should have been a 50-50 split. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, mom, because we talk about it all the time. Nobody's spending $1,000 a month on a kid. It's just not happening. Most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because people do like the crazy stuff and get the kids shoes. They 5-year-old kid 17 pairs of shoes in a year, and it's just like, hey kid, like what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? You finna go outside and fray this fuck out of these gym shoe strings. You know what I'm saying? And now we gotta throw them away. Yeah, no. Put them 2 straps in the washing machine and go outside. What you was gonna say, DP?
Hey, so I got a question for everybody involved because we all have children by people that we are no longer with at this current time. But do you guys feel like the money should go to the kid because of the disdain that you would have for the kid's mom? So it's like, I don't think you should have this money.
Wait, clean that for me.
You'll hear a lot of people be like, man, I'm not giving her nothing. I'll take care of my kid, but I'm not giving her nothing. Do you feel like that's why you feel like, well, no, this is just the kid's money because mom wasn't supposed to get nothing? I'm not supposed to take care of mom. I'm supposed to take care of my child. Is that why y'all think that y'all feel like the kid should get all the money?
Well, no, I'm not saying that the kid should get all the money in any regard. But $160,000, that's almost life changing.
Like the check should go to the kid though.
Right? At 24, this child needs definitely a springboard in life.
But you feel like the check should be in his name?
Well, I would have thought that the check would have just came in. Yeah.
Check not gonna come in the child's name. Check gonna come in the mom.
Well, yeah, for legal reasons.
The money should just go to the child.
Yeah, no, and that's at 24. At 24, a check of anything over $50,000 can help this child significantly. Can help this person. I don't want to keep calling him a child. He's 24. It could help them significantly. So you know what I'm saying. You would almost hope that when this money did come, that like Dennis said, mom would say, you know what? Don't just get this dude 10, 15,000 because that would just be crazy.
Like the original post, she was like, you should be happy that I give you anything.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Like.
Now that to me that's disrespectful.
That's like
because you just doing it for the money.
Do you realize he's 24? So just on average, let's call it on average, she's at least 40. Right?
Yeah.
He's 24. She's at least 40. That's if she had teen pregnancy at 16.
Yeah.
So she's at least 40. Bro, you lived your life. Get out of here. Let this child have this money to springboard their life because it could be life changing for them.
Yeah.
Why would you sit there and take away from your child? This shows that the mom would have took the child support money while the child was growing up and would have spent it on herself.
Most mothers do.
Most people do that. Everybody don't do that though. What if your child got poor money management skills at 24?
Well, she should know that. If he has more poor money management skills, then yeah, I'm not gonna just throw almost $200,000 in your hands, right?
Right.
That's just common sense. But I'm just going off the generalization of how she spoke to her son, had a conversation with her son about it, and then goes and tells him he should be lucky if she gives him anything. No, he should be lucky. She should be lucky if he give her anything. That's his money. That money should be for him to springboard his life. He's 24 years old. He should be able to get a head start. So you're gonna take the head start from your child? Like, why would you take a head start from your child? No, all of
Right.
us grew up in an environment where we would never, like, if we would have had $20,000 at 18
Yeah.
with good credit and to start out, we would have had a better journey to our ages now.
I like that. That's
so
clean.
why would we take that away from that child?
Yeah.
Because you 40 years old and felt like, oh, they didn't do shit for me when I had you, so now I'm gonna take this money because it's in my pocket. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Like, that means you a little bitter.
A little bit.
That shows you a little bitter that he didn't do nothing for him while he's growing up. But you should be bitter at yourself
Yeah.
because you chose that man to be with him.
So
So like you gotta help that kid springboard. I would say it should be a split though because she did raise him.
yeah.
And she did take care of him, and he seems to be like a response. Like from just a little bit of that paragraph, sounds like a responsible conversation.
Yeah, it sounds like they had a good conversation and it was somewhat enjoyable until mom was like, boy, get your ass on my face.
Yeah, like,
You better be lucky if I give your ass anything, goddammit.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a black mama for you. Batman said, let this sink in. In 1965, before they set them up, 78% of black families were at two parents in the household. Today, 78% there in those black households, those families are single parents.
Crazy.
So going back to what Mike said, you know what I mean? $20,000 is a great springboard for a 24-year-old coming fresh out of college. Hopefully, no, you know what I mean, not too much in debt or whatever case may be there. But I mean, you know, it would help
That's
him.
gonna change his life. Like he don't have to start completely at the bottom.
Right.
The goal is to make sure. This is me personally. I always say my goal for my kids is for them to have a better life than I had.
Yeah,
If they had a better life than I had growing up, then guess what? I succeeded.
yeah,
I like it.
Like that's all I can do is give you a better life than I had growing up. Then I succeeded as a parent. But now I'm in a position like I get $160,000. Like bro, I could change your life, and along the way, as your children, if you've been a good parent and raised your children well, they're gonna change your life too.
100%.
So that money definitely should go to the child, just off the simple fact that he got youth on his side. You don't. This like you don't. You 40, probably single.
Yeah,
Obviously, I ain't gonna say obviously because she could not be single. She
yeah,
could have a stepfather.
yeah, stuff going on.
But you a single mom at 40 years old. He's 24. He's 24 years old. Let him change his life. Your life is.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say over, but hey, you well past halfway.
Valencia, were you saying that some parents spend the money on the child? I think like your comment came in that situation, and then Dominique Pinnick chimed in. She says, "What? Kids are expensive, not the materialistic stuff." I would agree to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely agree to an extent that some children or some of the things that children do, whether it be sports, extracurricular activities, and things of that nature, could get expensive. But I mean, I was only speaking to the natural day-to-day, everyday stuff. You know what I mean? You start your kid off the school year, he don't need 10 pairs of shoes. You can start the school year off with 3, 4. If two, I'll say 3, 4. But it's okay because I was a 3, 4 kid. Hey, I need 2 pairs of ones. I need a pair of boots, and I need some Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be the fall soon. Yeah. Because then you gonna get some more stuff at Christmas.
Birthday fall in there, so
No, my shit ain't until May. My shit ain't. I don't know what that is. Seta says she can't hear. Dominique says it costs over $200,000 to take care of a child in today's times.
over their lifespan.
I think it's more like $1 million. Wasn't that a real stat like 10, 15 years ago?
I think it was
Like from birth, from
200,000 is right about right.
yeah, no, I
It
thought.
costs to take care of a child for the course of a
What is it? Or you spend a lifetime, or 18? Yeah, that's what's up.
200,000.
Man, that is expensive. I don't got $200,000. I don't even like my kids that much. She said, let's be honest. Most 24-year-olds are gonna blow through that on crazy stuff. Yeah, so we're talking about responsible parents though. You know what I mean? Because like if they're having this conversation, then it's feasible to believe that, you know what I'm saying, they talk a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Like they talk.
And she seems to be a good mother. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's always
Like
that.
every time you ask for something, she gives it to you, or she bought his first car and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, like he said, change your child's life. So that's what it depends on the situation. But a lot of people just want the money. A lot of people in today's society is broke.
And it's unfortunate that society like she might be struggling, bro. If she's struggling, it's gonna be hard for her to be like, man, here go 160K.
Yeah.
Like I do think that like if she got debt, let's pay some of your debt off or all your debt off if we can. And then I can go purchase a building. I can go do some things. I
Yeah.
can start a business if I want to.
Facts.
Like it's countries out there where they actually give people the money, like in when before they killed off Gaddafi, he would actually like they get money from the government, they get land from the government,
Yeah.
and they would get cattle,
Yeah.
and that would springboard their life from a marriage, right?
Yeah.
So if you got married, you got these things to springboard your life as a marriage. But whatever you do after that, if you blow it,
Also,
you're done.
also, if you wanted to study abroad, Gaddafi would pay for you to go study in
Study
America,
abroad.
go study in London, go
Because
study in
th-
wherever.
Need those springboards.
Yeah.
And us in the black community don't understand that springboard to give our kids because we never had it.
Mama said, "What happens in this house stays in this house." That's my goddamn money. I've been taking care of you. You gonna give me that money? Dominique chimed in. She said 160. I cannot read that. Dominique chimed in. She said 165,000 is not a lot of money for real though. It's not, but in terms of you getting it in one large lump sum, I'd say that that's a whole lot of money. It's almost life changing.
That's definitely a lot of money.
Um,
Start.
Batman says, "Who has been raising you guys for the last 45 years? Think about this. Think about this, single women. Take that man out of the household. Money does not even matter. Those kids are lost. Children are more successful than Children are more successful than single mothers. Raising their sons and daughters, it's a known fact." Batman, I would almost ask you to expound on that a little bit, bro. I think I get what he's saying, but I'm not exactly sure. So I don't want to, be accusatory, but it is what it is. Valencia says, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So she says, like, she's got child support, or if she was getting child support, she would spend the bulk of the money on the child. So does that mean, Valencia, that you agree with the fact that we should give the child the money? Because if the child support is coming in and you're spending 100%, and I'm a huge advocate of that, bro. I feel like as adults, you know what I mean? You're gonna grow up and get your own place anyway as an adult, like just not as a kid. I mean me. So if I got a kid, now I just have to get a big enough space that accommodates you and I. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I would have did anyway. So I mean, to a degree, Mike, I agree with what you're saying. Give the kid the money, but I mean at the same time, I also agree with Miss Reese said. I would recoup whatever that latest big what I'm saying spin was that I had. Just to whether it be college or a trade school or something of that nature, just so I could put my money back in my pocket. It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna move along, man, because we kicked this one for a little while. For whatever reason, y'all are unable to hear. I don't know that I messed with something, but I could have swore something was off when I plugged my MacBook up. But I did take it home, so I probably downloaded something or didn't download something. You good?
You want to do a restart in that thing?
No, we don't have to. We'll just rock out with our socks out. Because I was gonna say the other thing, but then I would have had to say pause.
They say they can't hear us.
I mean,
They can't hear this at all.
that's we just gonna go with it, bro. I don't have it in me to start over or do anything else or one of those situations, because then I'll be sitting here technically going through every single thing once I turn it off, and we'll never make it back on. So it is what it is.
They can hear us fine.
So yeah, no, that's them people with them cheap phones. I love y'all to death though. So,
You said cricket?
huh?
You said cricket?
Cricket,
Cricket phone?
man,
Dang, is they still popping?
I think so.
Cricket had the
Yeah, they still popping.
there in front of Dunkin' Donuts. They had about 80 people over there.
I think so. So you guys, this is another one of those things. Was this you again, DP? Were you just like on social media today, just finding shit? Like what happened? So the caption says, "Are you staying or leaving?" And then they go on to expound. It says, "Y'all really don't know how hard life can be," and it's funny to me because this ain't even that bad. Hey, what y'all think about this, man? Miss Reese, if you met a guy,
I'm staying.
huh?
I'm getting on the air mattress with you.
Wait, he at his parents' house?
That's the basement.
Yeah, because it's the basement.
It's the basement. It's the basement.
I'm just saying. I didn't been through that. I'm staying.
You stay in the bill with him?
Yeah, we ain't staying there that long. But I'm asleep on the floor with you.
I like that.
I don't.
I've heard that before. I've
I
heard
was
a
saying
woman say
when you first move into your own apartment, no one talks about how much you spending off the roof. No one
Right.
talks about how much you're spending on a grocery bill when you ain't got no pots, no pans, no seasoning, no meat, no none of that. No one talks about how big the deposit is. Like, look,
Basement. That's a big difference.
So
you got your own space though.
I don't know.
And a lot of people, if you sleeping on the floor, so mama, if you sleeping in the basement,
Hold
normally
on,
your
Mike.
mama
Hold
don't
on.
bother you.
You
She ain't
actually,
coming downstairs.
I kind of get where she. I get it. I get it. Saying you build with him, you want to like. You don't want to give like he might have potential, right?
Yeah.
But if you asked me 10 years ago when I was broke, I'd be like, yeah, like she should stay. But now, I kind of get it now. You get
Yeah,
stuck.
now you gotta have your own stuff. I'm ready to pack a spinning
You
night
get
bag.
stuck. Like a woman can get stuck in place. Cause some people just be running in place, bro. They not running nowhere. They not going nowhere. They just running in fucking place.
Yeah.
All the time. It looks like motion, right? Cause anybody can move and just be moving in the same place, but they going no fucking where.
Yeah.
Bro, that doesn't mean like you live in a basement, you going nowhere. Like, but you can get stuck in that complacency where this is comfortable. And now you bring somebody else into the fold, like, bro, you shouldn't even have nobody coming over here. Like you're not in the space to even like you should have nobody. You should be trying to get you focused on the wrong shit. Nobody should be over here.
Hmm.
Then
Like
that's the
that
mentality
bed
part.
should that
You
bed should
gotta you
only
gotta
be
have a
for you.
conversation.
Huh?
say it again.
That's the mentality part. You gotta have a conversation with that person.
Yeah, you got to see what they about. But even then, like as a woman, like as a woman, if you see a man that's not like completely where he like, I hate to say like, I hate to say it in this way, but like, bro, gotta get his life together. He living in the basement, obviously somewhere. It doesn't mean that he not on the road to greatness. It just means that you need to get your own shit.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have your own shit. Like it's like I understand it now because I was here at some point in my life in my 20s, and I understand it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had no business paying attention to other women when I had my shit not straight.
So is that indicative of saying hindsight is 2020? I mean, because that's something you know. Like
Like, I
looking
know that
back,
now.
yeah, like
Yeah, I know
looking
that
back,
now. That's
you
why I said 10 years ago.
from this position you can say that, and it would make total sense. Dennis, you've been trying to chime in. Go ahead.
No, I'm just what frustrates me is I just want people to want better. If we're 19 and this is the situation, I don't expect for a 19-year-old girl to be like, yeah, you need to do better. You're 19.
Yeah.
But if you're 30, talk about, man, I'm gonna stay for a second and we gonna fit. No, bro.
Mm-mm.
Soon as you see this situation, no, bro. No.
I would have been like, why, if I was a woman, I would have been like, why you even invite me over here, bro? You should be focused on
It's
trying to get your shit
okay.
straight.
It's okay for women to be like, you gotta be doing better to be with me.
But you
Yeah.
ain't gotta necessarily be a fucking millionaire or be
No, you ain't got to,
fucking
but-
Yeah.
making
But
thousands
some
of
people
dollars.
gotta go back home.
Say
It
it again.
happens.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Some people gotta go back home sometimes.
Oh, I get that. I understand.
You
I
like-
get
Focus
it.
on leaving the house before you call me.
Yeah, like focus on getting up out of there before you call a chick over. Like,
If
I
you,
don't.
if
But
you
somebody needs somebody to talk to. You see what I'm saying? Somebody needs somebody to, go through, not go through the struggle with them, but like, come on. You like y'all probably had somebody to talk to every day that fucked with y'all the long way. You gotta have that sometimes
I you.
to get up to the next level.
I think it's like it's never in the middle. It's always swing. It's always swung way too far one side, way too far to the other side. You'll have people who get down on gold diggers, and then you'll have people like me who are hard on people who give people a chance. I would never tell my daughters at 30 to give somebody a chance who lives like that. Like, I want you to want more. It's okay to be like, hey, this ain't good enough for me.
It is okay.
And if you find that disrespectful, hey man, I ain't for you anyway.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I usually, I'm sitting back listening to you niggas, bro. And I'm trying not to argue. But what part of your life made sense at 30? Either of you.
I was ready to go at 30.
What part of your life made sense, though?
I had put it together then. I ain't gonna lie.
What had you put together?
Like, I understood things the way that I do now. But beforehand, caught me on some basement stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and everything was like whatever.
Yeah, and I only say 30 because that was the number you chose. I'm a huge advocate, bro, of letting children grow in their space, in their time. We've all had this conversation before, I think together and then separately. I'm not pushing my kids out the door. And hopefully it's not a situation where, you know what I'm saying, like it's a basement situation, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, whatever. But naturally for a lot of us in this conversation, we started having kids early.
Right.
So
I
our
didn't have my
minds
baby until I was
actually
27.
You said what?
I had to go. I didn't have my child until I was 27. I had to go back home.
Okay.
And that's clean because a lot of times in these situations, women have children and then the men fold, right? I think somebody just posted that earlier. You see the strength of a woman when she has a child, and then you see the true colors of a man when he gets her pregnant or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was super tough. I thought that was super tough when I read it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was super tough
That
when I
is
read it.
true.
But just going back to the conversation at hand, and I see Yanni said, you know, at 30 you need to grow up. Again, a lot of us started having children, so we were forced to actually grow up. We were forced. But if we didn't go to college, if we were just working a job, and mama was saying, man, give me some money on the light bill, the cable bill, you're gonna be a kid, bro. The only thing that's going to snap in your mind and says that I have to go is sex. That's the only thing that's gonna force you out. Cause scrolling back, Dominique said a lot of these mamas be coming down them stairs being nosy. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that's gonna force you out of the comfort zone that you're in. Is when your mama say, well, if you don't want to do this in my house, then get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to follow my rules, then get the. And that's what actually pushes you out. You don't make that decision on your own.
How do I want to say this? That's for like a boy standpoint. See what I'm saying? So my standpoint was different. I left my mama's house. She said I had to go for, without being disrespectful, because I wasn't talking to her husband like that. I ain't fool with a husband like that. Long story short. So I left, had to go back home, and I got my stuff together. Everybody like don't click on at 30.
Facts.
It's hard. Like everybody, your time. Like I made a post about this yesterday. Your time comes when your time's supposed to come.
Yeah.
But also too, you got to be working for your time to come.
I'm sorry, Mike. That hat fire. The hat you got on.
I don't even know. What
That's a bar. That's a bar.
This is a blue hat. Is it a Knicks hat?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. That is dope. Their jerseys was trash. The Knicks is trash. I love the Knicks.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, bro. It just blurted out my mind. Like, oh, it's like a New York hat, like the fire department hat. Like, yeah, so it's clean. It's super clean. I like it.
Everybody's time comes when it's supposed to come.
Yeah.
And shit happens along the way. Like everybody knows that. Shit happens along the way. But
it also depends on who you're around too.
Huh?
It depends on who your friends is too. Like I said last week, the other day, it depends on who your circle is. So if your circle not doing better, if your circle not being like, okay, it's time to go, you're not gonna go.
But if your circle doing well and you doing bad, you're doing something wrong sometimes. And it doesn't mean that like over time. So like if you in a circle that's doing well over time and you still not getting ahead, you're doing something wrong somewhere. It doesn't mean like you need some tweaking. Everybody needs tweaking. Even people that's doing well need tweaking. So you're gonna need some tweaking along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you at 30, 35, or you in that range, like personally I believe like 26, 27 is when most people should be.
When the light clicks on?
Like something should click.
Yeah.
And then from there is progression. But if progression is leading you back to the basement all the time,
then you're doing something wrong, definitely.
Something's wrong here.
That's clean.
As a woman, it doesn't mean you have to walk out on that and see him in there.
Yeah.
But you should question it. Because what if this is a pattern and you don't know it?
Right.
This could be a pattern of this person. Or this person babyfied and they don't know how to take care of themselves.
I like that.
Just because you clean and you keep it organized downstairs in the basement, bro, that don't mean you know how to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You go out here and you get a place and you have no financial responsibility. You don't know how to pay the rent. Don't know how to get your bills cut, lights cut. You don't even know how to call a cable company to get the cable to come and fix anything.
Yeah.
Cut the shit on, cut the lights on. You don't understand life.
Yeah.
And this is like you need to have a serious conversation with a person that you see living like that.
Yeah,
There should be a
I agree.
serious conversation.
I agree.
And what you get out of that conversation should just be like, oh, this is temporary. Okay, let's see if it's temporary. You look up. Temporary to me, like 3 months. 90
That's
days.
what Yanni said. Yanni was like
You got 90
like
days.
30 to 60 days or 3 to 6 months. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that like 90 days is about to me like, okay, that's temporary, bro. But like if we look up and you get to 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, he's still in his basement. Yeah, we gotta figure something
Yeah.
out. Now it depends too, because what if you family living situation? Because you could be family living because shit is expensive now.
Yeah.
Like shit, you can make 80K a year and still be flat broke.
Facts.
I know a bunch of people that make $200,000, $300,000 a year and they're flat broke because their lifestyle.
Yeah.
They just need some tweaking. They make good money. They just need some tweaking.
Well, I like what Yanni said. She said you graduate college at age 23, 24, so 30 is plenty time.
Unless you're in graduate school.
Well,
you can
I
be
mean,
26, 27. It depends on your situation. But I get average time 23, 24. You graduate college most of the time with your bachelor's about 23, 24.
So
But 6 years later, you still at your mom's crib?
the only reason why I have this mindset is because I'm steadfast on the thought that at 25, bro, all you did was you were able to move out and live on your own, quote unquote, but you still had a curfew. You had to be back at the dorms unless you like lived off campus, but you had to be back at the dorms at a certain time. You couldn't have, you know what I'm saying, the reckless parties. Like if you lived in a frat house, you could, but you couldn't just have people over at all times of night drinking and doing whatever you want to do, like you can in your own place. So there was still some sense of ordinance to your life while you were in college. You still went to school every day. You had to be at sleep. You had to be asleep by a certain time. You got 2 days on the weekend to do something. So when you come home from college, speaking to the term you use, babyfied, you're still in the nest. So when you come out, now you jump into the world. 2 years goes past. If you don't have a kid, bro, I am not forcing my children out the door saying, hey, go do this. I'm saying, hey, sit here until you're ready. I'm not finna pay for shit for you. You buying all your own lotion and deodorant. You know what I'm saying?
I don't never want my kids to leave home.
Yeah.
Like, and they could be 40 and still live.
Well, I don't know that long. Like,
I don't know about that.
Take your fucking somewhere else.
Unless your parents is disabled, that's the only bypass you get staying with your mama and daddy at 40.
Say that one more time, Ms. Reese.
If your parents are disabled, that's the only bypass you get to stay with your mama and daddy at 40.
Nah, I never kick my kids
Yeah,
out.
no.
I'd be like, bro, you need to get your fucking life together. But I never put my
Yeah,
kids
I'm
out.
not gonna put them out. But I would assume Denver gonna want to leave when she like 20. Cause Aubrey the same way. Like
Scarlett
Aubrey
never gonna leave me, bro.
Yeah.
Like she never gonna leave me. I already know Scarlett ain't never gonna leave me.
Denver.
I ain't gonna never let her leave.
ain't gonna never let her leave.
She get a man.
But it's different for a girl than it is a boy. Like it's way different. I feel like with my brother, my mama, she more lenient on my brother than she was with her daughters. Like we had to get out and go get it. My brother, he get everything.
Daughters. Like black moms are really like from our era. I don't like now it's different, but from our era, black moms is really hard on their daughters, like almost like a like.
Well, look at it this way.
Like jealousy battle.
They know that once they walk out that door, the likelihood that they get pregnant is high. The likelihood that they're gonna get pregnant is high. And then women don't actually get along, if we being honest.
Yeah, they don't. Like moms, like I watched it with my mom and my sister. Like, bro, they never could get along. And then I realized as I got older, I'm like, these the same two people. No wonder they don't get along. Y'all jockeying for the same spot in the house.
Yeah. And then everybody.
Because it's like when you're the oldest, like you got to. Like when you're the oldest daughter in your house and it's just you and your mama, y'all gonna get into it. Because that oldest daughter still gotta go grocery shopping for the siblings. The oldest daughter still gotta take the brothers and stuff to baseball, football practice. Like it's a lot put on us at a young age.
Fact.
My mama, she co-signing for my brother. She ain't co-signing for me.
Right. I wonder why that is.
I think honestly,
like
truly, like moms be jealous of their daughters.
Ooh.
I think mothers are real life jealous of their daughters. Like
Mike, you got to hit a crazy home run when you do that, bro.
A lot of moms be jealous of their daughters.
But why though?
They'll hinder their success because a lot of people don't like to see people doing better than them, and sometimes it's your own child. like it's just and if your child is way prettier than you, like some moms are on one end of the spectrum where they gotta show them off and do all of this because their child is so gorgeous and pretty and blah 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 blah. And then you got the other moms.
I want
On
you to
the
hit
other
a
end of
crazy
the
home
spectrum
run
that
right
just be
now.
like, my child gets too much attention and I want attention.
Well, yeah, because we just saw something like some months ago that said the reason why women can't pour into younger women because they still see themselves as that younger woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's factual. Well, it's not factual, but I mean it's something that's floating around
It's a
there.
jealousy trait.
Yeah.
It's a jealousy.
Yeah, I don't
I
do
was
that.
like some older women be like, I was a bad bitch too.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Hey Reese, why do you think you and your mom bump heads so much when you were in the house? Outside of your stepfather.
Because the way she moved, when you grow up, like I stayed in like my dad stayed in Joliet, so when you get to see two different households, because they were separated, when you get to see two different households and how they move, and then you come back, it's just like you doing weird stuff, and that's not right. Like the emotional toll on your kids or something like that. Like it's like everybody just dropped their kids off, and my mom was like, here you go, you gotta take care of it. All she did was make sure a roof was over her head. But it's just like I had to learn how to register kids for school at high school. Like I had to forge signatures and stuff like that. That's a real life thing when you're the oldest daughter.
How many younger siblings do you have?
With my mama, I got three. With my daddy, I got one, but I got step siblings and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm the oldest on both sides.
That's a tough spot.
I think
That's a super tough spot to be in.
being the older child is a lot of responsibility.
But I think my sister had that same role though. So
My sister too.
I mean, she never had to enroll us in school, no shit like that. But
I'm talking about I had to
my-
enroll in school. I had to take folks to cheerleader practice. I had to take folks to volleyball practice. Like I had to be a parent early. That's why I waited so late to have kids because I already had kids. I had my siblings.
Hey, that's like a very real thing in the black community. I'll say like my mom gets pissed off when we have this conversation. Like I knew my mother as my mother growing up, but my sister was my homestead. She was the one that cooked. She was the one that cleaned. She was the one that washed the clothes. My sister would like Antonio and Riley. They were old enough to take their own baths or whatever. But my sister would wash me up. I remember that like all the way up until I was like 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just like, now you can them one shit stains, and she like, yeah, no, nigga, I ain't cleaning in between your booty cheeks. You gonna learn how to do this shit on your own. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I remember my sister being everything, like everything. My sister got me off the bus. Like my sister put me on the bus. Like she ironed my school clothes in the morning. Like, and my mom would like take it there with her. Like if the shit, you know what I'm saying? But my mom was the working mom. You know what I'm saying? Single mother, you know what I'm saying, up until she got married and then ultimately divorced. My sister laid like the groundwork for everything that we are. And like me and my sister are like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like the same thing, like, and it's just it's horrible, bro. I don't know what that is.
It's that older child syndrome. Like they have this thing where they're like almost like second or third parents, even with both parents in the house.
Yeah.
The oldest child got a lot of responsibility on them as the oldest. Like my oldest daughter will be 18 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She has so much responsibility on her as the oldest. Like it's a lot of pressure being the oldest child. Like it's a lot of pressure on you being the oldest child. Like you're responsible for your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You gotta set an example for your brothers and sisters. You gotta lead your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And you gotta take care of your brothers and sisters too in some cases.
Yeah.
Society has made it where like both parents gotta work. Like it's very hard where I don't know no household where like the other parent don't really have to work.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I take that back.
Yeah, not no, but I get what you're saying.
I know very few households where both parents don't have to work. So that older child becomes like a third.
Mom
parent.
A.
Yeah,
Mom
like,
1A.
Yeah, 1A. Or
Yeah.
even if it's a boy or a girl, they become like it's a lot of pressure on somebody being the oldest child.
Yeah. Yeah, no, going back, Valencia said, yeah, it is hard being the oldest child, definitely, but it prepares you for so much in life, so she has no complaints. I want to ask you, Valencia, even though you said it prepares you for so much, going back to what Reese said, and I love what she said, She says, I didn't have kids till I was 27 because I was too busy raising my mother's kids. If you look into my family, I have aunts and uncles that are the same age as my brother and sister, my oldest brother and sister. So while my mom was still being big sister to her siblings, she started having children. And I think that creates like a weird dynamic. I don't remember who I was just talking to recently, but they was like, yeah, my kids are in school with their aunts and uncles, but they're older. So they calling their little 6-year-old cousin or their little 6-year-old aunt and uncle, and they like 12. I think can that create some confusion in the family? And when I say confusion, I don't mean like the literal sense, but I mean like your grandmother is still having kids while mama is having kids, or mama's having kids and now mama's grandkids is almost the same age as her youngest child. Like, what goes on with that, bro? And why is that a dynamic that's being pushed off on the oldest child? Anybody can have that one, bro. And I said a lot, but please forgive me.
I think it's the trust factor. Like, you trust them because they're your siblings, they're your blood. So, like, I think as a parent, you trust that oldest child the most.
Yeah.
Outside of, in your immediate family and with the company, you trust them. You trust them, like, they're responsible. Can you hear me? Well, I think as a parent, like, you can just know you're responsible kid. Like, child, so it's a lot. I'm put a lot on you. It might not be fair to you, but I always tell her, like, you shouldn't have been born first. Like, she'd be like, yeah, you right.
This
like,
nigga said it might not be fair to you, but you shouldn't have been born first. That's not fair at all, Sir Mike.
It's not. Life not fair.
Life is not fair. Okay, well, this is another one that we kicked a little bit. So this week, I was on social media, which, again, like I always be telling y'all, I spend most of my time on social media. This was a post that I put up, man, because I was trolling at first. I was seriously trolling at first, but then when I sat and thought about it, and I'm going to go through some of the comments, too, from the people who responded. But I put this up, man, and I wholeheartedly believe it. I said being broke does not affect, and I should have put affect, not effect, please forgive me. Being broke does not affect women like it does men. Let's talk about it. Let me get out of this one Facebook page and get back to the other one, to the personal one. And a lot of women, of course, would disagree. But I'll tell you why I said being broke doesn't affect women. And I'll take this one, and y'all can chime in if y'all want. I said, I'll tell you why I said that. Because for me, women literally, and please don't take this the wrong way, ladies, because I'm not being disrespectful when I'm saying this, but I really, truly mean this wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart. Women literally have an ATM between their legs. Period.
Ooh.
Period. Women literally have an ATM between their legs. And if anyone chooses to disagree with me, I would beg you to come in here and tell me that I'm lying. Watch this. And it's not just about assistance when you're broke. But if you're out here as a woman, a full-grown woman, and you're having sex and something isn't paid, you're doing something wrong. You can look at it as prostitution all you want. You can look at it as I ain't no hoe all you want. There is no reason that you should have a bill that needs to be paid when you have a vagina, because vaginas literally rule the world without question. Without question. Valencia says men do too. Y'all just don't know how to sell it. Man, listen, as much as women think men have that power, we couldn't give it away if we tried. And that's why a lot of these dudes are out here broken. You know what I'm saying? Because they thinking.
Bro, I think she got a point.
I do too.
Go
I
ahead.
think she got a point.
Go ahead.
She got a point.
Go ahead. Because
Like-
I can argue it all day long.
But she got a point on the fact that we don't know how to sell it.
How to sell what? How you gonna
our
sell it?
sexual experience.
Tell me how you gonna sell it. Here, I'll double the screen
That's
so
why-
both of y'all can hit this
Bro,
together.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. She right. We don't know. How do we market it to women?
What you mean? No,
There's
you gotta
no market.
have that. You gotta have that answer to agree.
Like, I know I'm saying I'm agree with her. Like, we don't know. Because, bro, I don't know. If I
Right.
can sell this motherfucker, I'll tell it.
Exactly, bro. So that's what I'm saying, bro.
We don't
It's
know
wrong,
how. We don't
bro.
know the
You can't-
marketing.
You can't sell it, bro.
It maybe it's not okay. If like for women, like because we want it so bad, right?
Yeah.
Like men want it so bad. Women do too. We just don't know how to tap in to sell it.
Right, but think about what I'm saying. What is your number? What is your 2 goals in life? Outside of your children, wife, nobody. You're just a single Sir Mike. What is your 2 goals?
My 2 goals is more so in.
Don't think about it too literally.
My 2 goals.
What do you want in life?
To be healthy and to make a lot of money.
Okay, so you're healthy. You make a lot of money. You in the gym. What you in the gym for? What you making money for?
What I'm making money for?
Yes.
For myself.
To do what? Clean it up for him, Dennis.
To hit hoes.
To hit hoes. Point blank, period. To get sex. Period. That's what you're doing. You get money to get sex.
Most of the time, yes.
Okay. Who's giving you the sex? Women. Point blank, period, bro. They have a walking vagina. You can't, if a woman, a beautiful woman, I don't even want to describe her because I don't want nobody to think that I'm just making up. I got some woman in my head. Beautiful woman walks in a room full of 100 people. Any man she talks to, it'll be that one dude who'll be like, oh, I ain't one of them. But if the conversation goes right and she allows it, they're going to have sex that night. A man can shoot that same shot 50 times and maybe get lucky. Maybe. Women sleep with who they want and men sleep with who they can. So if you're a woman and you're broke, it's because you're giving it away for free.
Oh, no, you're right. What I'm talking about from her standpoint is that she's saying that we don't know how to sell our.
Mike, we can't sell it, bro. We're hoping someone buys it. You have to be a very extraordinary individual. I'm talking about per capita. Any woman can get sex.
Yeah.
Literally. Any woman. If she wants it, all she got to do is find the right person and say, I pick you, and she can have sex. We gonna be outside.
We can't do that.
So this is what I'm saying. This is why we can't sell it, like in the literal term in what you're speaking of. We can't sell it, bro, because nobody is buying our product. We have to convince people to buy our product.
It's a selling
That's
process,
a sale,
bro.
though.
Yeah, right. But women can just give it away literally, and dudes will pay
saying
for it.
women is clearance racks?
What? That's not. Whoa! Wait a minute! Don't start no arguments here, buddy. Don't start no arguments here, buddy.
Are women clearance racks?
No. Hey, the thoughts and comments of Sir Michael Davenport do not affect. Does not reflect that. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying is, as beautiful as women are, and let's just take Yanni because she's the last comment. Valencia's the last comment. She has an off the shoulder. Yanni has on some red lipstick. She's gonna get likes on them pictures just like that. We can post a picture geared to the nines. In a few minutes, gonna go past, and then it'll be like 1. And then an hour, and then it'll be like 5. And then they gonna do 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 likes on this picture because it's easier for them to sell. So when I say being broke affects a man, Smokey actually chimed in, and I hate to give this guy credit all the time because he just be hitting so many freaking home runs, but he was like, this is especially true for the ones that are providers to a family. And I was just meaning like just single.
In general.
Yeah, in general. Like it don't matter, bro. When you're broke, a woman can pick up the phone and say, hey, Tom, Chris, John, I need this done. I can't just pick up the phone and be like, Sarah, Michelle, Angela, I need this done. It's not how it works. What do you think, Miss Reese?
Well, I had to take my phone off mute. Well, I'm not selling my ass. You see what I'm saying? But
I mean, not in the literal sense. We don't mean in the literal sense. But you have the ability to do so.
Yeah, I do get where you coming from, but then it goes against the morals and the values if you up here selling your ass. It just does. So I feel like it fuck with y'all more mentally, not having money, than it do us. Cause we still got other avenues to go get some money.
Yes.
Cause
Yeah, y'all last resort. Yeah, women last resort for money would be sexual, right?
I'm talking about that's the last resort.
That's the last resort.
Sell my ass
and they last resort gonna work. Our last resort is going to get a job. And that might not work out well for us.
Yeah.
It works out well for them.
Baby mamas.
Or in some
She
cases.
said, yo, tell baby mama.
I agree with your post though. Like I agree with the post.
Because if you just think about it from the basic standpoint, what natural thought can you have, bro, when you ain't got no money? Like I think dudes who broke, I don't think you even should be looking to have sex.
But that go back to the bedroom.
Stand in the
thing.
basement.
Like,
Exactly.
your bedroom, like, bro, like,
Yeah,
bro, you ain't got no money and you worried about some tail.
Exactly.
Yeah, last thing you should be worried about is some tail.
The
if you
last
ain't got no
thing.
money.
But a woman can put on a bustier. Man, I ain't heard that said in
The
years.
bustier,
Jesus
that's
Christ,
it.
a push-up bra. A woman can put on a bustier, bro, and cash apps.
And they gonna be fine.
Cash apps. So when I say it affects men more, like, bro, my mind, like, I can't even focus. Like when it's not right, when we not hitting on them right cylinders, where I can just wake up and be like, today is just a good day. Today is a good day because everything is paid for. I don't have anything to worry about. A lot of women say, oh, well, you know, it affects women more. We just suffer in silence. You know what I'm saying? And we just find other ways. Like, we have no other choice but to suffer in silence. Because the minute that I say I'm broke, the world is going to do what? Stand on my shoulders. Oh, you need to be doing better. You ain't no man. Oh, you know, you a broke ass. You don't even deserve to talk to nobody. What was the comment you used earlier, Mike? The world will tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And get to it. Whereas women, there'll be avenues for them to go and get money. You know what I'm saying?
But I
government
feel like
to
it's
take care of them.
hard for women if, you know, if your kid's in the house with you. That's the only way it's gonna get hard for us. Like, if you got something, like, if you a single parent, that's when it get hard.
I
Y'all
think,
broke
like,
and y'all probably don't got y'all kids in the house with y'all. So, like
Right.
I said,
True.
it fuck with y'all mentally because you got like, oh, my baby mama over her asking for this, but I still gotta pay my rent. I don't got this, and then my mama needs this, that, and the third. So it fuck with y'all mentally because y'all don't have nobody to ask. But for women, it get hard when we don't have nobody to ask and our kids is in the house.
Tyler Simone said y'all can post pictures of y'all feet and get money. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Allen says OnlyFans is the new generation bag. Like, a man can't just, so that's what I'm saying, right? Like, Mike, like, we can't just sell it, bro. I mean, I can't just helicopter this motherfucker on OnlyFans. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come looking at this joint and it's just, I'm getting all of this money. No, I don't have that. But a woman can put some heels on, walk around in the room,
And
you know what I'm saying?
and get her bills paid.
Bling, bling, bling. Like, and dudes is just dropping money in there.
But when I wrote the comment on your post, I had more in the comment, but I deleted it.
I imagine you did.
Only
Mike.
because I didn't want to piss nobody off. But, like, just in general, like, women, like, this is not no knock on women. It isn't. But it's harder being a man in society than it is to be a woman.
Mm.
It's not a knock
your
on
shit.
women. It's just harder. That's why men suicide rates are extremely high, because it's very, very hard to be a man in society. Because if you're not doing well enough, you're not going to get no woman that you actually really want. And if you're not doing well enough, people going to criticize you in a way. Like, I don't think men take criticism well in a big general sense. Like, it destroys a lot of men. Like, they don't understand it's constructive. They think it's just criticism. Some can be constructive. They don't take it well. Women take constructive criticism well. If you tell a woman her life not going well and she needs to change some things, I think women are more likely to put the effort in to change it really quickly, more so than men are. Men will take that as a personal knock against them and then just let their life continue to fall apart. So it's harder for men mentally to, like, really get through in society, because it's always somebody telling you, like, bro, like you said, you're not a man. You're not doing enough. You stand in your mom's basement. You're not doing enough. You're not working hard enough.
I wish Mickey Ficky Wood told me
How
I was
many-
standing
how
there
many-
for too long.
How many times do you hear people tell women that they not working hard enough?
Man, you better not tell a woman she's not
When
working hard
Kevin
enough.
Samuels came out and told women that they needed to not be obese, to go out and do certain things that they needed to do, they damn near was ready to off that man quicker than he ended up dying. Like they wanted him gone, because
they
it was like,
definitely
this is what men get told every day, and
Yeah.
y'all already can't handle it. So imagine going through this for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, Yanni says our egos get bruised too easily. What say you to
definitely. I think I believe it. I think
I
women do too, but
I don't even think it's an ego bruise, bro. It's a societal bruise.
like, bro, you feel like you're falling behind.
No, because you're being told that you're less than. And it's like, I'm trying. Like, I'm actually out here doing everything in my power to
make
stay
this work.
afloat. And every time I turn around, don't
It's
get
some
me
shit.
wrong, it happens to women too, per capita. I don't know what the statistic is behind it, but I would only imagine that it does, especially with the single mother rating being as high as it is. I think Batman alluded to it being 78% or something of that nature.
Single parent homes.
So I could imagine that, but we don't, like, I as a man, I go fill out for a link, bro, and be in there looking around like, man, I hope don't nobody come here that I know. And it'd be 50 women in there, like, writing happy as hell. Ooh,
Bro,
we finna go get this.
Hey, cash better.
And I'm looking like, damn.
But why is that embarrassing to men to go get some food stamps if you got mouths to feed?
It's embarrassing because we supposed to be already there. Like, it's the society has made it where, like, bro, you supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You supposed to be doing this already. You need the government to take care of you.
Yeah.
Might as well have your baby mama take care of you.
But what if he wasn't taught that? What if your daddy wasn't there? What if your granddaddy ain't help you? What if he wasn't taught
It don't mean nothing. Like, men supposed to work through every single thing, every problem. Men are problem solvers.
We're supposed to
be fixers and problem solvers. So any problem that you have in life, you supposed to fix it and
hold
problem
that
solve
thought, bro, because, hold on, let me say this. I don't know how many men are in here, but check this out, fellas. Kurt Franklin has this show called Father's Day, this documentary called Father's Day. It's on YouTube. I sent it to bro. I should have sent it to you.
Is that why they was talking about his mom online?
They was going crazy on Kurt Franklin. So let me just say, any man, and the women too, please go and watch this documentary. It's on YouTube. It's called Father's Day. It's by Kurt Franklin. I swear I thought I told Pint to send me the trailer so I could have played it. Please watch it, because come Tuesday, that's going to be the conversation. Mike, I disagree with what you're saying. Because Miss Reese just hit the nail on the head, bro. How can you be something that you were never taught? We're not going to have that conversation. Conversation. I would just implore everybody, and I'll post it like twice, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well, letting everybody know that it's coming. I'll try to do it twice a day. Tuesday, I don't know what you got going on, Mike, or, we could probably get Kodak or somebody in here, because that story about his father is in tow with what happened. His grandfather is in tow with what happened with Kurt Franklin. But yeah, no, bro, that's tough. Kurt Franklin, 53 years old, never knew who his father was. That is fucking crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy. So I would just ask.
That's not all the way, but we'll talk about it.
I'll put a pin in it.
Like, he was told that his father was one person, but he knew.
Right.
Like, he knew. It was just like, yeah, no, no. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to watch it, though.
Yeah, please. Everybody. If you haven't watched this documentary, please go and watch it. Kurt Franklin is called Father's Day. My wife put me on it. And I watched like 5 minutes of it and was just ready to talk, because it's just so much is evidently clear when you see what this man is saying. And then he has this moment with his son that is so profound, bro. And it's like, I can see me talking to Tayshawn, like, with my head down and my eyes closed, because it's just so much emotion that wants to pour out of you in the moment. So please, Kurt Franklin, Father's Day. We'll have the discussion Tuesday. All Men show, of course. I want to go through, and I'll repeat this again, too, before we go off. I want to go through how men react to women. Right here on YouTube and Facebook, Miss Valencia. And I'm sorry, Valencia Hope, this is my first time seeing you in the comments. I've never seen you before. I hope you're enjoying this. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm trying not to shut down. DP done checked out.
Yeah,
he done checked out because of these difficulties. But I'm just, man, talk through it, get through it. I'll figure it out later. I can't keep, going backwards in this thing. But it'll be right here on YouTube, right here on Facebook. It appears that you're watching it on Facebook, so it's a big deal. But it'll be an all-men cast. I want to talk through how men react with women, how they treat women, how men treat their children, and how they're treated in society. And we're not going to do like the whole dragging, the systemic, what's been happening to black fathers. We'll just talk about, their mics are fixed now. There you go. We'll just talk about it. And I'm like, while y'all was talking, I was unplugging shit, like plugging shit back up, like just messing with shit. Like, so thanks, Yanni. We appreciate you. But we'll talk through that, man. It should be some really powerful stuff. I'm going to do my best not to drop tears Tuesday. Bro, y'all have to watch this shit, bro. I can't stand Kurt Franklin old dancing ass, bro. Like, he's just some little short dude, but it made me see him as a man. Like, bro, like when we talk, bro, like when me and you be having our brother talks and we be arguing, and we leave, and then you be like, man, bro, we just had a fire-ass conversation. I'll be like, I know, right? I hate your big head ass. That's what you're going to get out of this documentary, bro. Like, you'll just see him differently. So please, everybody, Kurt Franklin, Father's Day. It's on YouTube. Please. Oh, she said, what network is it on? It's on YouTube. I'm sorry. It's not on Hulu or anything. I'm slow. I talk a lot, and I just really read through what she said in my mind. But it's on YouTube. Please, 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 please watch it. We're going to have such a fire conversation on Tuesday. Mike, I cut you off, man. I'm super sorry. I'm super sorry, Mike.
No, we said we was going because we was headed into that.
Yeah. You were definitely getting ready to play on that.
For Tuesday.
And
I'm gonna watch that though.
I'm like,
I want to watch it.
I'm like, don't touch it. Like, don't touch it, please. But yeah, no, I think, in terms of when you're bruised by society, when society tells you you're not doing enough, like you're looking around, bro. And my wife can attest to this, bro. I just went through it some months ago. Like I'm doing everything in my fucking power. Like, why am I keep getting knocked back, bro? I mean, you're laying the groundwork for everything. But just like, why am I going through this?
That started at home. That mentality of y'all not good enough starts at home.
I think it's just
Not
in
society.
society in general.
Keep going.
Keep going with that, Reese. I kind of like what you was doing. And I like where you was going to, Mike.
It starts at home because before you go to school, your mama or your daddy or whoever you stay with gonna be like, oh, you're not doing enough. Or you play too much. That starts at home. And then when the teacher gets you, you be like, you feel like you're not doing enough, but you're really good, but you don't have motivation at home. That's what I'm saying. It starts at home. You have to motivate your kids to do better.
So you saying pour that encouragement in them at a young age, and then later on down the line, it'll be more prevalent?
It will. Don't y'all encourage
that.
y'all kids now?
I mean, yeah. I don't. It seems so rebuttal. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I do. But you have to an extent. So my youngest daughter is 3, and we're in the Black is Beautiful stage. We're in the curly black hair. Like, no matter what anybody says, you're exceptional. You know what I'm saying? You're great. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily affirmations, because I think she's a little bit too young for that. But we tell her every day, like when she wakes up in the morning, good morning, beautiful Denver, you're beautiful. Oh, we love your hair. Oh, I love the sound of your voice. I love how you add the numbers. I love how you count all the way to 27. She's stuck at 27. Once we get to 27,
she's like, man, I'm done.
It's out the window. Like, then she started doing 36. And I'm like, how do you know 36 if you can't count to 28? Like, what the fuck is going on here? But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, we definitely do that. But I think once your children gets over like that age 10, 11, 12, and they're not being exceptional in their everyday, I think you kind of taper off. What do y'all think?
I mean, like, just because, like, in my kids' group text, like, I group text them every day, or I try to text them every day.
Try to, because my kids don't text back.
But and they won't text back. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing, guys? How was school? And like 6 hours later, oh, school was good. I'm like, yeah, school's over about 7 hours ago. Like, oh, I'm at work now. Oh, but I tell my kids every day,
yeah,
like, you can do anything you really want to do,
yeah, as
long as you actually really working. And I tell them, it sounds like cliche bullshit. Like, I talk to my kids like I talk to regular people.
100%.
So I tell them it sounds like straight bullshit, but it's true. And like, I'm living proof of that.
Yeah.
When I was doing, and I explained to them my life, I explained to them things. When I was doing this is what I got. This is
what the outcome was.
When I was doing this now, this is the different outcome. Even my kids like, yeah, you're a different dad now than you was before. I said, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I was lost in space.
I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have my father growing up.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't have anyone to sit there and show me how to be a dad. I had to learn from my uncle, who also had to learn from other people.
Yeah.
So it's like this generational thing. So like, it became a big thing to be around them and influence them and be the best. Like Theo, real life, like crazy. Theo thinks that like I'm a freaking superhero. Like, he really thinks I'm a fucking superhero. And then Josh used to think for like the longest, for like 2 years, he thought that like I was the Black Panther for real. Like, bro, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you think this? Like, I've never dressed up as it. And like, y'all know me. I dress up in costumes for my kids and do all of those things. Like, I dressed up as Maui. I'll dress up whatever they want me to dress up as for their birthdays or Halloween or whatever.
You putting on the tutu if they
no.
tell you? Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just checking.
I ain't doing that one, though.
I'm just
checking.
But
my daughter know not to ask me to do that.
Right.
But she'll be like, Dad, can you do something close to it?
Yeah.
Which, perfect. You know, whatever, baby. I'll dress up as Maui, a skinny Maui. But I try to tell him all the time, like, bro, you can do anything you really want to. But that my son still thinks that he Lil Durk. He think he Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Like, the influence that you can do for your kids is really only so much. That social media shit is powerful. Like
That's what Yanni said.
My son is. Oh, she did. Yeah, my son is literally right now on punishment for the next probably till Christmas with no social media.
Yeah,
because it's too powerful. Like, bro, like he really think he Ja Morant.
In what regard? What does that mean?
Like he tried to hoop like he Ja Morant. He tried to box like he Gervonta Davis. Like these are people he look up to.
that he
like,
idolized.
He think he Lil Durk. I'm like, bro, you live in Joliet by Joliet West. Get the fuck out of here. Like you didn't grow up. He want to go to 63rd. I want to go to Old Block. I'm like, yeah, okay. We drove through there one day. I said, I'm not stopping. I said, but this where we at? Is this where you want to be at?
I hope the light green. I hope the light green.
How did he feel?
Bro, I ain't gonna even lie. When I drove, he was half asleep. Oh. When we was driving back from Chicago, it was half asleep. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go through Old Block and go through 63rd, just to see. You know, you can't go in Old Block because you get stuck.
Yeah,
and I ain't getting stuck in there. So I drive. I'm like, yeah. Now you see, this what you want to be?
Yeah.
Like you don't live nowhere close to this, but the influence of it, like it's a great influence that these people have. Like, bro, it's literally so much influence in social media that. Even though you can teach and you can give and you can do and you can do and do and do, they're going to look at that still as a gateway to being who they want to be.
Yeah, Yanni says, I think they needed more in the tween and teenagers because now there's outside influences involved. Mm-hmm. And she also said you're still their superhero. Dennis, they need you to get some of that enthusiasm.
Man, I'm bringing him a bottle. I don't know if that mic was... The mic threw me off, and I didn't want people to not be able to hear me, so I wanted you and Reese to.
Just not gonna say anything, huh?
I wasn't finna have y'all struggling through the show because y'all was able to bring it back. You know what I mean? So
I'm bringing him a bottle.
Yeah, he needs some of that.
Did you see me? Was you there? Was you there when I was drinking?
What is grape? Yeah, he bring you what is grape? Bring you down, Julio.
Oh, I ain't gonna be able to drink no.
There's some Julio in the refrigerator.
I know.
So if we gonna get it popping, nigga, hold on, wait a minute.
I know.
Like, wait a minute. You definitely got some
my
Julio in the
headset
fridge.
just went out. And my mic.
What?
I think my headset
you bumped
for
something.
sure went out.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yours went out too?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's you know what?
I don't know if the mic went out though, but headset did definitely.
I don't know.
There. Oh, we back.
I rolled on something. It was something that I did earlier. I don't know. Yeah, no, Dennis, you definitely need your Jesus juice, bro.
No, I'm not even. I'm actually in it. Like, you know, it's so. I feel like you today because our topics is so fire, and I don't agree with nothing y'all said all night. I'm over here boiling like, man, I can't wait for Tuesday because I swear to God, y'all so wrong all night. I ain't agree with nothing.
Well, that's your own fault, man. We don't blame you.
It's all right, man. It'd be like that sometimes.
We don't blame you.
Y'all superstars.
You take this L, bro. You take this L today. That's just what it is.
I am taking the L.
You take the L because you ain't got your Jesus juice. And Reese is cooking chicken, bro. She's snapping, bro.
And look,
she hitting all kind of home runs tonight.
She cooking chicken and on the show.
No. She's not literally cooking chicken. I'm saying she's cooking.
Like she's damn.
Like when she came through,
multitasking like a mug.
Yeah, Mike got hungry than a mug all of a sudden.
Definitely wanted some
when
chicken.
She came through with that thought about dads, I was like, oh, to hear a woman say that, bro, is so powerful. Like, cause we get blamed for so much fucking crap, bro. And it's like,
I'm a daddy's girl, and it's like,
oh, there you go.
Gotta understand. Like, I watch it. Yeah, he talked to me. Sometimes he probably think I wish I was a boy. But it's just like watching him do the same routine every day. Like, your kids really do be watching you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can say that if your kids stay with you, it's a different type of hustle.
I think, honestly, I think a lot of men don't realize how important that male figure in their children's life is.
Facts.
That's why they walk away. Because they think moms can do it and you'll be okay. You'll still be fine. Which I went through that and still fine.
We can only do so much, but I got my hustle from my daddy. Not complaining from my daddy. My mama, she complains sometimes, but y'all don't complain.
I'm a firm believer of what Andrew Tate said about dads not needing to be around at a certain age.
What did Andrew Tate say?
He said when your kid becomes like 10, 11, 12, as a dad, you really need to be around. Those are big boy ages right there. When you get around, as a dad, it's a big influence on your kids when they become 10, 11.
Yeah.
Like, it's huge. Like, very, very huge. 10, 11, they looking to you,
right.
Dad. A big part of dad is really big from there on.
Yeah.
like, I'll take it from here. Like, moms nurture them up to be physically okay. They make sure they eat. They give them the heartwarming. They give them the soft feminine side of them that they need.
Yeah.
The cuddling, the kissing, and all of that stuff. But when the discipline needs to kick in, it's about 9 to 10, 11 years old. You need dad. You need firm discipline. You need structure. You need leadership. That's when dad comes along and molds you into those things that you really need to be to succeed in society. But mom has already given you the other part of you that's needed, the nurturing,
the compassion,
to go
the
along
with the
go
tough.
with the dad.
I like it, Mike.
Like dad needs to be there. So
Mike.
when your kids are young, you need to be busting your ass to make as much fucking money as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So when they 10, 11, you can be there for football games, baseball games, basketball games, traveling, taking them places that they've never been before.
Yeah.
And showing them how life should actually really be.
Yeah.
Because your mom is going to always nurture you. She's always going to give you that soft kindness no matter what. No matter how hard your mom is, she always giving you soft nurturing.
Yeah.
No matter how hard we think they are. We're like, man, I know
like
my
that.
mom
That's
was
clean.
really, really hard. My mom was a mean, hard person. But she always was soft and nurturing still while being mean. I don't know how they do it, but they do it that way. It's just something that makes them special about
hug
it.
you.
Yeah, whoop your ass and you be like, yeah, I
Then
deserve
let you
that
come
ass
lay in the
whooping.
bed and watch the movie and shit.
But
Oh, you
why
gonna whoop
do
my
you
ass.
feel
Now
like
you want me to
some-
go watch
Now
the
you can watch
goddamn
the
movie?
movie.
What you say, Miss Reese?
Why do you feel like a lot of people are afraid to leave Joliet? Or why do you feel like, I know some people who ain't left Joliet until they turn like in their 30s. Like, why do you afraid that people can't leave? Like, y'all afraid to leave the hood? Like, granted, you be like, oh, I ain't got the money for it. Yeah, I understand it. But why isn't that a goal to like leave?
Because they attached to their moms?
No, I'm just saying. You said get money and teach your kids like to travel and stuff like that. But a lot of people is afraid to get off the hill.
Oh yeah, no, I know a lot of niggas.
I think
been off the
that's
hill.
just a mentality thing. Like I take my kids on trips all the time. We do things. We're going to do things. Only because I don't want you to ever be impressed by no bullshit. I don't want my daughters to be impressed because a nigga took her to Miami.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's nothing. Like I could take anybody to Miami. It costs $212 to go to Miami.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. And it's not about the cost. It's just that you should be accustomed to this. So now when my kids or when my daughters decide to get married, my daughter's gonna be on a whole different level of
I
thinking
like it, Yanni.
when a man tried to like marry them. They gonna be like, bro,
Yeah.
like my dad did so much stuff for me that like I can't settle for this.
I think I've told my story too many times.
Yeah.
I won't bring it up, but taught my daughter and her little boyfriend a very valuable lesson.
Like, hey, you gonna have to come and take care of my daughter.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come and make sure
Yeah.
my daughter feel special,
Yeah.
more special than I can make her feel.
Yeah.
And if you can't do
But a
that,
lot
then
of
she
people
gonna have a
get
hard
jealous
time.
when you get 30. Like I run into people now, like they be like, I can't top your dad, and I be like, what you talking about? They like, I can't top him. They can't like like if you there, like for your kids, like you travel, you buy things, you do whatever, and money don't phase, especially your little girl, and money don't phase her. Like when you talk to somebody else, they feelings be hurt. You be like, I don't care about that
I
because you
think
can't top your
that some
dad.
men, I get what she's saying. Like the things that some men try to give you, like my daughter's not gonna care about that,
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
and it's gonna hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Because she gonna be like, I don't really care about that because my dad did that for me.
My dad is I've already seen this.
And it does become like, it's not a competition. I ain't gonna make it a competition. But
Right.
some men that probably think like, man, at the top of your dad gonna be hard, so let me walk away. Then he's not for you.
Yeah. Markel says, "Why?"
I like that, Mike.
Well, it's a little bit old, but he said, Why wait that late when you can start early, and then they'd be ahead with those things by the time they 10, 11, 12, so on." So he's saying like, why wait till like 8, 9, 10, Mike, to
I agree.
start showing them work? But then Yanni, and then going back to Dro, Kenny said, "This is gonna hurt me more than it hurt you." That's a mother's favorite words. Yanni said, but dad has to have the capacity to lead. This is clean how she connected it too. She was like, but dad has to have the capacity to lead. Why these men should have it together by 30? Because that's the time when your kids are at these ages. So that's super clean,
Yeah,
Yanni. I see what you did there. You
She
tied
came
it
through with
together
that one, yeah.
to hit her home run. Like, oh no, y'all think I was gonna let that go? Hell no. So for me, Markel, it was a situation. My daughter loves seafood. I don't do seafood, but my daughter loves seafood. And when she told me she had a male friend, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Tell his mom and dad, they need to come over. We can all sit down. Hey, this is what we're doing. My daughter's 15. She wants to hang out with your son. It's okay. He can come to my house. My daughter can come to your house when he's here. He's not going in her bedroom and closing the door. If they go in the bedroom, the door stays open. I'm 100% fine with that. My wife was cool with it. Everything's good. We go pick him up. We going somewhere one day, and Aubrey was like, "Oh, Dad, I'm hungry, blah, 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 blah." You know what I'm saying? And the little boy was like, "Oh, yeah, me too. We hungry." So I'm like, "Well, what you want to eat?" And Aubrey, this was when they had the little crab place by the mall, Dennis. You remember the little crab place. So we ordered the crab or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The order coming, like, I'm knowing this shit finna be like $115, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just how Aubrey played, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? We pull up to the place, so he tried to impress me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got it, Mr. Jimerson. So he going like, oh, he ain't never been here before. Or he got a job. He working 100 Trails. We all been here. We've all worked 100 Trails. So they go in there. I turn the Aubrey credit card off. Click, right on the phone. Turn that mug off instantly. So they in there, bro. I'm like, no, we caught this food here 30, 40 minutes ago. This shit is ready. What they doing? So then Aubrey come walking out first, dude behind her. So she get in the car and she slumped down in the seat. So I'm like, well, what's wrong with you? She like, well, my credit card ain't working. I'm like, so you maxed it out? Is this what we doing? So she like, no, it just wouldn't work. I know I got money on my credit card. Look, she showed me her phone. Folk get in the truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, why you ain't get her food? You said you had it. Oh, I ain't got the money, Mr. Jimerson. I said, what'd you say? Say it with your chest, nigga. He's like, I ain't got the money. I can't afford it. I said, Aubrey, you see? This is why I care for you the way that I do. If a man can't do for you what I can do for you, then you don't need him. No disrespect to this kid, but you learned a very valuable lesson today. And then I pulled him to the side. Hey, bro, anything you want from my daughter, if you can't call me and ask me for it, you can't have it. Needless to say, they broke up some weeks later. You know what I'm saying? Needless to say, he wasn't coming to my house to hang out no more. He had that fun day. We went to Dave & Buster's. They spent a couple $100. See you later, kid. You know what I'm saying? You're not welcome around here because life is different.
And the first part is that he lied to you.
Well,
he said he had it.
Well, no, but he didn't know
what it was going to be.
He didn't know what he was getting into. But Aubrey is used to eating crab legs, king crab, snow crab.
You better know what
this is, you know what I'm saying?
Boy.
And it's always, Dad, can you get this? Yeah, no problem. I got it. You know, she want to go to what's the bundt cake? She loved the bundt cake place. You know, shit $50, $60 every time we go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is what you want. Like, I'm Dad. I'll take care of that because that's my job.
Yeah.
That is my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my daughter with me, it's a photo shoot. I want you to know you're the most beautiful woman in the world. And it ain't got nothing to do with your body. You're beautiful. Mm-hmm. Going back to what Reese was saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to put it in them early. You know what I mean? And once I got my kids back, boy, it was just, hey, we go.
And what they said about it earlier, like in the earlier part of life, yeah, Dad gonna still be leader. Dad's still gonna be around. But Dad needs to be making sure he doing everything to prepare them kids for that age where they really understand what's going on. That's why I say the nurturing young age, that's the fun time. That's the time where kids just eat. Like my kids right now, they have
Denver
they
is eating waffles right now. I guarantee it.
And my kids is eating bubble gum. Like the whole pack of bubble gum is in Scarlett's mouth right now, and she's trying to blow bubbles right now as we speak. And Gabby's telling her, "Hey, stop." Nurturing her in a way of understanding, like how to do her hair, how to clean herself, how to make sure she cleans up, how to wash dishes, how to be. I ain't gonna say a woman necessarily, but how is nurturing part. Yeah, and being clean and cleaning is nurturing. Yeah. So to me, those things have to be instilled. Now here I come with the leadership part of like, I still teach them certain leadership things like take care of your sister, take care of your little brother. Yeah. Take like Josh. Josh is the oldest one out of them. I'm like, Josh, take care of your brother and sister. You supposed to do that.
Yeah, no,
but Josh is 10.
Donovan ass.
And Scarlett be beating the shit out of Theo. Like, Theo old enough now, he be giving her the old one too, and he about as big as her because Scarlett really small. Yeah. And Theo about as big as her, even though he's 4 years younger than her. He be like, I ain't going for this shit no more. You finna catch this ass whooping. And I had to teach him, you don't hit girls.
No, I let Donovan pull Denver hair all day.
I had to tell him, don't put your hands on girls. But then I have to come back and tell my daughter, you don't hit nobody if you don't want to get hit back. So it's a leadership teaching thing that goes on regardless, but me being at work or me working, 13 hours or me working 12 hours is necessary.
Yeah.
But now Josh is at 9 or 10, so I have to leave here and go straight to a baseball game.
Yeah.
Then he got basketball practice. Then he got baseball practice. So I had to be at most of these places all the time, along with his brother that's coming along that's going to be doing the same thing
Following
now.
his footsteps.
And then Scarlett has to be in programs, and I have to take her here. And it's the fact that, like, she knows her dad's going to take her.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember a while back, I dated a woman with kids, and she needed help, like, taking her child somewhere. And the child was like, they only wanted their dad to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what dad's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be there to take your daughter here in places and be there. It's a big part of being a father that doesn't, like, men don't seem to be in this generation.
It's not as widely talked about as it needs to be.
We don't understand how much the impact that we really do have on kids. We think mothers have way more impact when both impacts are equally the same.
Yeah, they're equally yoked.
And
100%.
we kind of fall short at that at men because we think, oh, well, I was raised by a single mom and I was fine.
Yeah, but you wasn't. Speaking of, man, please, if you're here, if you're paying attention, Dennis hasn't been doing his job all day. I'm not going to tell you to share this shit because I'm ready to go. I'm hungry. That aside, please go and watch Kurt Franklin's Father's Day. It's on YouTube. Tuesday, we are going to have a stellar conversation about this man. I would almost call it life-changing. If you had a father growing up, if you didn't have a father growing up, if you have children in the ages of 20 and younger, however old they are. That was rude. I'm sorry. Please be here Tuesday at 8 o'clock, man. It's going to be a very powerful conversation. Hopefully the mics work. If they don't, I'll just burn all of this shit and make Dennis buy me new ones because that's just what I'm just going to do anyway. DP, what you got going out, man? You ain't said shit else all night. Say something now, nigga. Don't say thank you for coming out. Good night. Say something intelligent. And that's DP for you. From now on, you're going to be fucking Dennis Pittman.
Dennis Pittman. I think he's upset about the DP. He liked the DP.
He liked the DP. And once I said that, he shut down.
DP.
He like, man, I got initials now, nigga.
Nigga gave me a nickname.
Sir Mike, what you got for him going out, man?
Only thing I got for y'all is the IRS hired 3,700 audit agents. Get y'all taxes and shit together. Them folks is coming for people. You got that PPP loan, them people are federal agents are already out here investigating people. If you work for the state or the government, they are investigating everybody that worked for the state or the government that had PPP loans. If you work through the state through any type of agency, if you even a contract worker through the IRS, not just necessarily the IRS, but the state or federal, they will investigate you. If you have any housing.
Thank God I ain't work for the state, nigga.
If you have
What if I sold
housing,
dope?
If you sold dope, you good.
All right,
if
cool.
you have any housing, if you have any type of link card or anything like that, and you got a PPP, they will ultimately, eventually investigate you. They have 10 years. They hired 37 people, 37. I'm sorry, not 37,000, but 3,700 people
to handle this.
and they get paid $200,000 a year. So they
Oh
really
shit,
finna
they
get in
coming.
your ass.
Yeah, no, they coming. Hey, Miss Reese, we really appreciate you for chiming in. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Handle whatever you got to handle. You were awesome and amazing. We really appreciate you coming in, man, and giving us your candid look on this conversation. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was trying to
I thought you was frying chicken. For
Definitely
real.
thought she was frying chicken.
When he said that, I got hungry. I was like, man.
Hey, man, for Dennis Pittman, Sir Michael Davenport, and TA. Thank you, Miss Reese, again. This has been a great episode of I Just Want to Talk, man. Y'all have a great night. We gone.